Mama Asha had lived alone for nearly a decade. Since the day she buried her husband, she chose to stay on the outskirts of the village, close to the jungle. People whispered that she was strange, but she didn't care. She found comfort in nature, in the rustling of leaves, in the distant roars of lions. She was content, until the night everything changed. A storm raged, lightning split the sky, and then came a sound, soft, weak cries from the trees near her hut. When she stepped outside, rain soaking her skin, she saw it, a tiny, trembling albino baboon. White as the moon. Eyes like sapphire. Alone. Mama Asha knelt and scooped up the tiny creature. No one should be alone in this world, she whispered, cradling him close. She named him Kijani. At sunrise, Mama Asha carried Kijani into the village, hoping to get milk for the tiny baboon. But instead of kindness, she was met with gasps and fearful stares. An albino baboon, one elder muttered. This is a curse. Get rid of it before it brings misfortune, another man spat. Mama Asha's eyes burned with defiance. He is not a curse. He is a gift. She turned her back on their warnings and walked away, Kijani nestled against her chest. Kijani grew fast. His limbs thickened, his shoulders broadened, his once soft cries became deep, rumbling grunts. But no matter how large he became, to Mama Asha, he was still her boy. He followed her everywhere, helping in the garden, fetching water, even attempting to cook, though he mostly made a mess. But the village still feared him. He is too big now, they murmured. Too strong. Mama Asha ignored them. But deep down, she knew they were right about one thing: Kijani was powerful. And one day, that power would be tested. One humid afternoon, dark figures slipped into the village. Poachers. They had heard whispers of the rare albino baboon. A creature like that is worth a fortune, their leader sneered. They waited until nightfall. Then, with knives and ropes, they crept toward Mama Asha's hut. Kijani woke first. His ears twitched, his nostrils flared, danger. Then, crash. The door burst open. 3 men lunged at Mama Asha. She screamed, struggling as they tore her from her bed. Where is the baboon? They hissed. And then, a deafening roar. Kijani exploded from the shadows, his massive body colliding with the intruders. He fought like a demon, fists swinging, teeth bared. But they had weapons. A blade slashed across his shoulder. A net tangled around his limbs. He fought, desperate, wild, until, bang. A single gunshot. Mama Asha gasped. Staggered. Collapsed. The poachers fled, leaving only darkness. For 2 days, Kijani did not move. He sat by Mama Asha's lifeless body, his powerful arms wrapped around her, rocking her gently as if trying to wake her. The villagers gathered, watching in silence. No one dared to approach. Not even the bravest warriors. On the 3rd day, the village elder stepped forward. She would want her body laid to rest, he said softly. At first, Kijani refused. But then, as if understanding, he slowly placed her down. That night, the villagers buried Mama Asha beneath the baobab tree. But when they woke the next morning, Kijani was gone. Months passed. The jungle grew quieter. Some said Kijani had left forever. But then, one evening, the village children ran screaming. Something was watching them. A giant white figure stood at the edge of the village. Kijani had returned. But he was different now. Bigger. Stronger. His eyes burned with something new, purpose. The villagers had feared him. But that night, when a hyena pack approached the village, it was Kijani who fought them off. The next week, when a child got lost in the jungle, Kijani was the one who carried her home. And so, the village that once rejected him began to rely on him. One evening, the poachers returned. They had heard rumors of the ghost baboon guarding the village. They came with guns, ropes, cages. But this time, the village stood with Kijani. As the poachers advanced, the villagers lit torches, beat drums, shouted into the night. And then, Kijani appeared. Towering. Powerful. Unbreakable. The leader raised his rifle, bang. But this time, Kijani did not fall. He charged. The ground shook beneath his fury. The poachers ran. And this time, they never returned. Years passed, and Kijani never left the village again. He watched over them. Protected them. And every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, he sat beneath the baobab tree, where Mama Asha lay. He never forgot. And neither did the village. One day, when Kijani's time came, he closed his eyes beneath the same tree. The villagers mourned him, honored him, and carved his story into stone, so that no one would ever forget the white warrior who once saved them all. Final message to viewers. Mama Asha's kindness changed the fate of an unwanted creature. And in the end, that creature changed an entire village. If this story touched your heart, subscribe for more inspiring tales. Like the video to support our work. Share this story with your friends. Let's spread love and kindness together. Would you have raised Kijani despite the risks? Let us know in the comments.